Today's video is sponsored by DistroKid, but more on that in a minute. Hey there, welcome to another audio production video in my new series that I call The Joy of Creating. So today I'm going to be making another indie pop song because it seems like those are the type of videos that you guys watching enjoy the most. But if you have any other suggestions for genres or topics that you would like me to cover in another video, please leave a comment down below. And before we begin, I have a very important message. I want to take a moment to thank my channel's very first sponsor, DistroKid. Alright, you've made an album, you've got it polished, and you're ready to release it out to the world. But where do you actually begin? That's where today's sponsor, DistroKid, comes in. With DistroKid, you can easily upload your music and get it distributed across 150 stores and streaming services, including all the mainstream ones like Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Play. And unlike other distribution platforms, DistroKid actually allows you to keep 100% of your royalties. That's more cheddar in the bank, baby. It's one of the easiest platforms to upload your music to, and in my experience, it's literally taken less than 10 minutes. But that's not all. DistroKid also offers a suite of tools to help you promote your music and grow your fan base. With features like hyperfollow, you can create a landing page for your music and share it with your fans on social media. Now, I personally have been using DistroKid long before that they decided to sponsor me, and I've always been blown away not only by the ease of use, but the quality and customer service as well. I haven't even mentioned the best part yet. If you use my link shown right here, you will get 7% off of your first year of membership. That's 7% off of a very affordable service already. Because trust me, with those other distribution services, if you're uploading a lot, it can get very pricey. So, what are you waiting for? Use my link and sign up for DistroKid today and take control of your music career. Thank you very much again to DistroKid for sponsoring this video. Now let's make some music. So the song that we'll work on today is an older song that I wrote called Roses. It's a very, very simple indie pop song that I wrote for my wife. So first I'm gonna start with laying down some drums, and I want the pattern to be very, very simple. So I want to throw in these very natural sounding claps as well. And I really need to just export these claps so I'm not using so much CPU with a whole other Easy Drummer plugin. But in the UK Pop Pack, I really like the claps that are featured in there. I'm going to layer in this kit called the Diversion Kit. I believe I've talked about it in other videos, but it's sampled from the song Morph by 21 Pilots. The producer Paul Meany, he uses this sort of snappy kick and snare sample a lot in his productions, and I like layering it under a lot of my drums as well. And again, adding that under it just gives it depth. So this is what it sounds like without and with. I'm going to go ahead and add shakers and tambourines as well. You know, it'd be really cool to add like a triangle, the ting, 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 ting. We're trying to make the drums as elevator music as possible. So I really want the main driving force of this song to be this really light synth that I have in my head. I'm going to bring the semitones up to 7, so that way it makes a 7th. And that's pretty much like the exact sound that I want. Just very light. Maybe a bit of slower vibrato. And also I'm going to put a glide on there. I also don't want it to get drowned out, so I'm going to take a good bit of low end out. And maybe boost mids a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and record that. I think there might be a little too much glide in there, so I'm just going to take that down a little. What would it sound like if we added an octave on that? I want to make kind of like a stutter synth. I don't really know how to describe that. And I'm putting the reverb directly on the channel versus sending to a bus because I want it to be like it's part of the signal chain. Because later when we compress everything, I want the reverb to be part of the compression. So I want those to be a little longer, so I'll go ahead and bump up my release time. I'm also hearing this melody, this da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. And let's add on Arturia's Tape Mellify, because let's be honest, I use this plugin in every single one of my videos, and I'm mainly just going to use it for stereo width. So for bass, I'm just going to use the thumb bass preset, and I'm turning the tone down to the 2 on the DI, just because it sounds a lot softer. I think it'll better suit the song. So I added this stinger bass preset, and on the front of the chain, I put this distortion, and then on the end of the chain, I put this spreader. And for EQ, I also filtered out a lot of the low end. So just to show you what the distortion in the spreader is actually doing, this is it before. So it's a very plug-in bass sound. Let's add distortion, and then the spreader. On its own, it sounds absolutely terrible, but let's bring it into the mix. All right, so I'm gonna start adding guitars. So I just plugged in my Stratocaster, and honestly, it sounds really good, just DI. So I think if we just throw some EQ, compression, and chorus on it, I think we can get a really cool sound. All right, I'm gonna add a melody guitar, just kind of emulating what that synth is doing. And I'm gonna add this sort of vibro guitar. Very Arctic Monkey sounding. All right, so the last instrument that I'm gonna record is acoustic guitar. And I really wanna go for a very muffled kind of rubber bridge sound. I started experimenting with putting rubber bands on the string, and hopefully that gets the desired sound that we're going for. All right, so the last thing to record for this song is the vocals, and then we can start mixing. So let's go ahead and do that.
Don't wanna waste another second, 'cause it's all I do. Don't wanna live another minute it's not with you.
Alright, so I just finished recording everything for the song. Let's go ahead and start mixing it. Can someone please tell me why this keeps happening? Alright, so I just finished the song. I don't think it's where I exactly want it to be, but I think it's a great place to start. Let's go ahead and take a listen to Roses. Thank you so much again for hanging out for this video. If you are in need of audio production services like mixing, mastering, custom production, instrumentation, etc., there's a form in the description to submit your project. I'm also available for one-on-one production coaching if you are in need of that. Some of you have already reached out about that, and it's been a pleasure getting to share my insight and getting to help some of you. And one more big shout out to DistroKid for sponsoring this video. Remember to use the link in the description to get 7% off your first year of membership. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace.